Are you a fat, ugly chud who can't do an asymmetrical duel no matter how hard you try? Or are you Ocean GD?
BOJ duel. Whee! How is that possible? What? What is that? Oh.
Well, worry not. World's best F-tier content creator here to show you how to do duels. Or, well, one specific duel in one specific level that, like, 99% of GD players will never have the skill to beat. But anyways, the Blade of Justice duel is the hardest part of the level to learn, but once you've learned it, it's one of the easiest parts of the level, which is why it's nice to have someone help you learn how to do the duel. That's me. I'm implying that I'm gonna show you how to do the duel. Right now. Let's go. Yeah. Right now. Alright, so this is me at the duel. This is entirely unscripted. So, I'm just gonna hop in, like, 0.3 times speed and just, like, walk you through this slowly. So, the biggest issue with the duel is just learning where to look at what time. In the beginning, so you're first immediately gonna focus on the robot here. For the first jump, you focus on the robot, then after you do the first jump as the robot, you're gonna immediately start looking at the ship right here. So you look at the robot, then immediately look at the ship, then do 2 clicks here. So you have to do exactly 2 clicks in that little mini straight fly so that the ball on the top, so it doesn't die. So 2 clicks, hit the orb, and then that straight fly is also pretty easy, just focus on the ship, but you have to do exactly 3 clicks. If you hold off that yellow orb, it automatically does the first ball click for you. Okay, so that's how you do that. That's the first part of the duel. It's generally considered the hardest part. So, another tip, the 2 clicks on the mini straight fly on the bottom, you want to make them, like, reasonably spaced out. Because if you don't, then the ball will, drop down early, and it's possible for... that can happen, right there. Not only is it possible that your ship can die if you hit the orb early, but also if you don't space out the clicks in the straight fly, then your ball can hit the orb. So basically, look at the robot, hold, click 2 times in that straight fly, click 3 times in that straight fly. And you focus on the robot, then the ship. Okay, I think I've talked about this part for too long. This next part, so for this part, you're basically just gonna focus on the robot the entire time. Because you don't really need to look at the ball, you click once here, then you just do a second click after a bit. That's about all. Yeah, just like that. See? Yeah. So after you do the first robot click, you kind of want to time the second orb, like, you don't want to click immediately like that, because sure, you'll pass it, but then in the next part, you have to hold on this orb, and if you do that, your cube here will jump too early, and it will die like that. So you wanna space the second click out a little bit, so that doesn't happen. See, now it's nice and late. So you wanna time it for about, like, right before you hit the pad is usually a good time. And then you go into this straight fly. Not really much to say about it, you just have to straight fly. Good tip here, you want to hold until you've passed this blue orb, because otherwise it's possible that this ship up here will hit the spikes. So then here you just gotta straight fly. You don't want to do that click at the top too late, otherwise you'll become a ship. It's a lot less complicated than it looks, I promise. Eventually you just kind of like know when to click. You don't have to try to time the ball click. I focus on the bottom ship here, you can focus on either. And at the top, right as you get to the end of the straight fly, you want to swap your gaze to the top ship at the top. The fuck did I say gaze for? That's so cool. So yeah, and then you want to do like not a micro click, but like a pretty small click on that yellow orb. And then you can just not click for until you get to here. So the way I like to do this, hold on. The way I like to do this is you click like a little bit before the edge of your ball crosses this. So like right there, and then you want to continue focusing on this ball. And then do that click. Just time that. And then there's two ways you can go about this. You can either do the intended route where you do that with your bottom ship. Or you can do, in my opinion, the better way and just do like a double click and go up like that. If you do the intended route, sometimes you'll enter this wave as a ball for some reason. It's a really poor design choice, but that can happen. So, and that doesn't happen if you do this. So yeah, you just do that and you've done the duel. In full speed, should look something like this. W run. So yeah, that's how you do the Blade of Justice duel. If you have any extra questions in the comment section, just let me know and I'll answer them. I don't usually get a lot of comments, so I should be able to reply to all of them. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.